guys, my name's Leah. I'm a mom of four, and I want to bring you along to my kitchen. I know this account is mainly for my decor and tips how to design your home, but I also really love to cook, and I spend so much time in my kitchen. I just thought I'd share it with you, the recipes I make to feed my family throughout the week. It is Monday of Thanksgiving week, which means I'm going to be in this kitchen a lot. I'm going to be hosting a few parties. I'm going to have family staying for the weekend from out of town. So I'm going to be spending hours and hours in this kitchen, which I love, but I also sometimes tend to forget that when there's a lot of parties going on, in between those parties, my kids still need to eat. My husband still needs to eat dinner. And so I need to make food that's going to sustain them through the in-betweens of parties. So it's a Monday, and I want to make something that it's going to be very hearty, easily reheatable, and maybe even my kids can take it for lunches in their little thermoses. So what I'm going to be making is plov. I grew up Slavic, so it's a dish. It's a rice and carrot dish with beef. It's typically cooked over a fire. I'm not going to cook it over the fire, but it's also like I grew up my mom making it just like on the stove in a heavy Dutch oven. That's what I'm going to be doing today, and it's just every family does it a little differently, and I actually really love to replace beef. Traditionally, loaf is made with beef, but I'm going to make it with chicken, and I do that a lot. My family actually almost prefers it more with chicken. I use chicken thighs. I have some thawed, and I have some carrots I'm going to shred, and you'll need garlic and rice pretty much, and then some spices, and I'll show you how I get it done. And ever since we got married, my husband really loves to eat plov with fried egg on top with with the yolk a little runny, and he started doing that when we first got married, and that's just kind of our tradition. That's how we eat it. My kids love it. So come along with me. I'll show you how to make this delicious, easy, kid-friendly meal that really lasts at least 2 days, if not 3. I'm gonna cut them in these size pieces, kind of longer, so I just slice them into round shapes, and then I slice those circles into kind of longer strands. I'm using about 5 carrots. You don't have to. I've done this dish with like 3 carrots, whatever I have in the fridge. I just have a huge bag of carrots that I want to use up, so that's the shape you want to kind of cut it into. So I have my Dutch oven. You want something that's like heavier. You can make it in any regular pot, but it won't turn out as good. I just think anything heavy duty like this is great. So I'm gonna use avocado oil, just a few tablespoons, to heat up the pan nice and hot, and then I'm gonna fry up the chicken thigh. So this is one of the most important steps. You want to be seasoning the chicken with the right ingredients. And this is kind of the main flavor of plov. You want to make sure you're using paprika, cumin, at least a teaspoon of each. I don't really measure, I just kind of go for it, but you want to use cumin and paprika. They're like the main flavors that you want to be using in there. And then I'll use some garlic powder, some salt and pepper, just to really get that flavor in there. And sometimes I'll use like an everything spice, everything seasoning, just to kind of give it more flavor, but it's up to you. But mainly make sure you're using cumin and paprika and salt and pepper. Another important detail is, you notice how I kind of overcrowded the pan. That's fine. I just throw in whatever chicken I have, but it's important to fry the chicken thighs whole, so don't cut them up until they're fried and cooked all the way through. This keeps them juicy. So once these are all the way cooked through, and then I'll transfer them to a cutting board, and I'll kind of like tear them apart. I won't even slice them. I'll tear them into like shreds so that they are very flavorful and juicy, and it just like ends up tasting really good that way. So my chicken thighs are completely done, and as you can see, there's a lot of browning and a lot of flavor and juices that we want to make sure to keep, because that's where all the flavor is at. So I'm going to take the chicken thighs, put them on the cutting board, and start shredding it up. And I'm going to throw in the carrots to really try to get all that flavor the meat cooked in, so that it's absorbing all that flavor. You don't want to get rid of that. That's important for the overall taste of the dish. Sometimes the carrots need a little bit more moisture to really absorb all that flavor. So I'm just gonna add maybe like a 1/4 cup of water to the pot. Now everything's pretty much deglaze. We're gonna start shredding up the chicken over here. The carrots and chicken are cooking. You want to add 3 to 4 cups of long grain rice. I am going to use jasmine rice. You can use basmati, which is a little longer grain. It doesn't work as well, but don't use those like really short types of rice. It doesn't taste as good. You want something long grain, and I never go wrong with jasmine. So I'm going to do about 4 cups of jasmine rice, and I always do 2 to 1 ratio. So 4 cups of rice and 5 cups of water. Now we're going to add 5 cups of water. So now that the rice is in, you want to turn up the heat so that it comes to a boil. So once you have this type of situation going on with the boiling, you want to take a head of garlic and cut off the top so it just looks like this, and you stick it in for extra flavor, and then we're going to turn down the heat and put the lid on for 20 minutes. So this is what it looks like when it's ready to be mixed. You want to take the garlic out